So just like that, about a week later, back up and running. I was just waiting on this fuse here. Some thicker wires for the inverter, 4-aught. Went from 1-aught to 4-aught. According to the amount of amps this inverter can draw, 4-aught was recommended size, and then a 300 amp T fuse, which is what is recommended for inverters. So I added these bus bars for the positive and negative, so I didn't have to connect everything right onto the battery terminals because there wasn't enough room. And this is the shunt for the smart battery monitor. This goes right from the battery, the negative terminal, right to this battery switch I installed. And to the bus bar. And here's the display for the battery monitor. Yeah, I got this light plugged into the inverter right now just to test it out. And we are fully operational. Shouldn't have any additional problems. No, I messed up, and I made sure to state that you shouldn't make a mistake with the wire size in the first video because it could lead to problems, and yeah, I experienced the problems. Thankfully I had a fuse in the wire. So the main problem was the wire from the charge controller to the battery was way too small, and the fuse was a 30 amp, too small. Thankfully I did put a fuse in because the fuse blew instead of the wire burning, but I did come down. It was getting about 32 amps of power in to the battery, and I felt I had a 10 gauge wire there. And then I realized it was a little inline blade fuse, and the wire that came with that blade fuse was only 12 gauge. And that was very warm. It was really hot and soft when it was getting 32 amps through the charge controller. Yeah, I was just new to this. I used this 10 gauge wire for this system here, this charge controller. And I wasn't really thinking about it, and this is a 50 amp charge controller, much more powerful than this little thing. So that was the issue. That was the main issue. I probably could have gotten away with the 1-aught amp inverter cables, but I just felt safer going with something bigger that can definitely handle all the power I'm going to be drawing from it. So yeah, thanks again for watching. Again, I appreciate it. Any comments you have, any suggestions, yeah, hope this helps someone. Thanks again.